hopefully it will go blip and it will work and everything will be great. Here we go. Okay, Mr. McCarthy, you are a member of, what is your production team's name?
I don't know. We keep changing and stuff. They wanted to change it to Last Take Production because it seemed that every take I'd say, okay, this is the last take. And we'd take it and do like 20 more. But I'd say it every take because I thought we had a last take ready, but you know, things can go wrong.
Apparently so. That does happen, as I understand it.
Yep.
So you made a film this weekend. You're in the student category, correct?
Yes, this is my 4th year in the student category. I'm a veteran.
A veteran, yes. And you've had previous films. Tell me about some of those previous films and what they were like.
Well, I started off the first year and it was just really terrible. But you've grown each year, I found, with the film.
Oh, really terrible. That sounds a bit harsh.
Okay,
I mean, come on.
It wasn't great. It was.
Well, we'll say it was not good.
It was in the bottom 2.
Okay.
But basically, you know, over time it got better. And the next year we ended up winning best in the student category. And we did just a short little, like a 5-minute comedic piece. Well, semi-comedic. Then last year we did a drama. And we ended up getting 3rd place in the adult category. So we kind of surpassed the student category. So this year, I don't know how they're going to do it, but...
Well, how do you feel about your film? I mean,
I feel like...
spent the last 48 hours making it. You must have an opinion or two about it.
There's some parts that I just love. Some parts I'm like, oh, I wish I reshot that. But all in all, I like it. It's a funny film. It's got a lot of subtlety humor, and if you watch it more than once, you get the odd little joke in there. There's a lot of little hidden humor. And it's funny. And so I'm happy that I made a comedy as opposed to a drama like last year.
Now, of course, I was following you around with my video camera this weekend doing a documentary, so I got a chance to see a little bit of what your movie was like, and it seemed very interesting. But one of the reasons I chose your team is because I understand you have a strong interest, to put it mildly, in filmmaking.
Yeah, well, I wanted to, well, next year I'm hopefully going to film school of some sort. I just got to finish getting those letters sent and stuff. It's right near deadline now. Pushing it to the last minute, but I know deadlines.
Well, that's true, you do.
But no, I wanted to. I just want to keep pursuing film as a film and media as more of a career than.
And that's something you really want to do. Is I understand when you were like 10 years old, you were making movies.
I started when I was 10 years old. You know, I started doing the classic. You know, trying to do the next Jackass or CKY sort of thing where you try to hurt your friends on camera. I'd start editing those, and I started doing narratives when I was, you know, in grade 5, and we just film it shot for shot and then piece it together online on the computer. And from then on, I slowly grew each year, and it was good.
It is cool that you want to do this for a living, I guess. Wouldn't it be cool to get paid to make movies?
I'm yet to actually. I've gotten paid to do little jobs here and there, but I haven't made real money from movies yet, and it would be awesome to get paid.
Well, you know, I got a chance to watch the film. It's called Two for a Penny, is it not?
Two a Penny.
Two a Penny. Pardon me. Two a Penny is the name of this movie, and it'll be like all the other films. You'll be able to see it on the screening on March 10th at the Port Moody Inlet Theatre. And of course, should it win, somethingcool.ca, and I'm sure it's going to show up on YouTube or something at some point. Right?
Yeah, it would probably be on YouTube. I can give you a link or something.
Well, there you go. There'll be a link, so you can check out the website for that when that happens. It's really cool to see the movie. What I thought was interesting about it too is the fact that you didn't shoot a safe movie. You used a bunch of different locations. What was your inspiration package? What did you have to incorporate?
We had to incorporate an elevator for location, and that there was a big problem because our elevator connection ended up being like our friend's aunt lived in an apartment building, and we had an elevator there, and that was a very sketchy location to shoot it in. We had to use a smaller camera to make it look like we had less of a production going on. And then we had our character was a scout or recruiter. We kind of took it in more of a literal sense. There was a Boy Scout. And then our object was a paper cup. And what was our last thing?
It's like a music quote. Oh yeah, the quote.
Our quote was the
creatives are getting screwed or something, I think.
The creatives are getting screwed.
Yes, that sounds like your quote.
Yeah, something like that.
That's a lot to incorporate to a movie, but you managed to do it somehow.
Yeah, it was a decent inspiration package. It was doable. I thought it was doable. I was just kind of hesitant towards the scout and the elevator, but we made it work.
That's cool because I mean you get some of these in the past years. These inspiration packages have quotes in them that are from like songs. And it's really hard to incorporate them into the movie. I say actually getting the quote in there is actually one of the harder things because you know an object you can always find a use for an object and a location as long as you can find it. It's the quote I think that can really take your movie in a whole other direction than you might otherwise have gone.
Yeah, and the best ones there's you know I'd say like 10% of them get away with doing it is when they say the quote and you don't notice it. Because that's a beautiful thing. This year we're a little bit closer to, you know, it's still somewhat noticeable, but you don't really notice it as the quote as much this year. The first year we just bluntly said it, and it had no context. Second year it kind of worked. Third year we used it in a narration to make it sound more dramatic than it was. But the quote is difficult, but I'd say character is the most difficult, I find.
I would. Well, what do you mean by that?
Incorporating a character like that, like especially when you're students and stuff. You know, when you're high school students, if you know, it's being lots of the characters are hard to actually portray when you got, you know, most of your cast you got working. You know, they're just young people. You know, all in high school. They don't look like they're 30 years old.
That's true. Yeah.
When you get them playing the 30-year-old, it doesn't work as well. So
this is kind of a learning process for you too. I guess your films are slowly getting better. You're getting more confident about your films. Would you say then that the Quick Flick Challenge has influenced your life in any way?
It has. I find the Quick Flick Challenge gives me a nice snapshot of kind of everything I've learned in a year of film. Well, you know, I can't go completely all out because it's only 48 hours. But basically, it gives me a really good snapshot of how much I've changed each year with film. And it's a wonderful thing because it's at the exact same time every year. And I just lived through my experiences over the year. And it just shows me like a really nice view of what I've learned.
That's cool. Are you going to join the 2009 Quick Flick Challenge?
Yep, and I'm going to have to pay full price.
Oh.
This is my grade 12 year.
Whew, so you're definitely going to come back again?
More than likely, and I'll probably be going to my first year of film school next year.
Oh, so now you're really going to have to watch out.
I'll have some people that are more experienced and probably some new additions to the team.
Thank you so much for letting me film this weekend and for joining us on the
problem.
Front Back tonight. Joel McCarthy here from some unknown thing. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Take care.